everyone, it's Tammy, and we are going to do a beef stroganoff recipe that I kind of am getting from all recipes, but then I'm making up a little bit as we go along as well. And I thought that I'd made a recipe like this before, but I don't think I've found it on YouTube. So it starts out with some stew meat. I have about a pound, and it's just been frozen. So we'll see if I can get it out. Well, let me take this to the sink and I will be right back. Okay, so, sorry, it's moving. I put the beef in the crock pot. And let's see, what am I going to do first? First, I'm going to add a little bit of garlic, which I also did not open. There we go. I tried to prepare all of this beforehand and I didn't do a very good job. But I'm going to add, I don't know, about 2 or 3 cloves of garlic. I love this minced garlic that you can purchase at the grocery store. It's just already cut up for you. I think it's phenomenal. And then I'm going to add about 1 1/3 cup of beef broth. And I, as you guys know, like to use this better than broth stuff. So I'm going to use this, and it takes a teaspoon for every cup, so I'm going to do a little more than a teaspoon, and if a little more gets in there, I'm okay with that too. So I'm just going to stir that up a little bit in the water. And it also calls for some flour, and when I'm doing a crock pot recipe, I usually go for cornstarch instead of flour. But I have this Wondra. It's a quick mixing flour, and I'm going to use this instead, and it's just a 1/4 cup, so I'm going to add that to this water as well. And it's just flour. It's just, I don't know, I think it's like ground finer or something. I don't know. I don't know how it works, but it works. It makes things thick, but it doesn't clump up like flour does usually. It looks like gravy. And I'm going to go ahead and add a flavor boost to this too. This is optional, but I love these flavor boosts. This is by Swanson. I just think they add a ton of flavor, so I am going to add one of these to my water concoction. It's yummy, yummy. Okay, so I'm going to just pour this over the beef, and already it looks delicious. Oh, some of that bouillon didn't get out of there, so I'm going to add a little bit of water and just add that too, because I want all that yummy beef flavor. Okay, now I'm going to add, I don't know how much sour cream, probably a 1/2 cup of sour cream. It's what I have left in here, so that'll do. It expires today anyway, so I thought that it would be a good use of it. That's what actually gave me the idea of making this, because I was looking to see what I was going to make. I'm actually home today, but I still like crock pot cooking. I'm going to add some salt and pepper. Probably doesn't need a ton of salt with that bouillon, but I do like some pepper. And aren't these cute? I have these cute hedgehog salt and pepper shakers from my friend at work at Christmas time. They know me, they love me, and I love them. And then I'm going to sprinkle some brown gravy on top, just because I love that beef flavor. Well, I think I am. Oh, I still have the lid on. Usually when I sprinkle, I just do it this way, so I'll just do that too. That is an unnecessary step, but I like it to be kind of thick and gravy-y. I probably should have added that to the liquid, but I didn't, so I'll just give it a little stir. Okay, so then I'm going to add, I'm looking at my ingredients thinking, what do I need? Oh, I need some red wine too. So I'm going to use a half a stick of butter, and I'm just going to take my butter knife and cut this butter up into little chunks, about 2 tablespoon chunks, or 1 tablespoon chunks, I guess, until I get to about half. There we go. And then the rest I'll put in my butter dish. And then we need to add some red wine, about a half a cup. This is, well, goodness, I can't get the top off. Ugh, hold on. Woo, okay, this is Cupcake brand Red Velvet 2013 California. It's a drinking wine, but that's what I like to use. And you just use about a fourth to a half of a cup. You can use more broth if you'd prefer. And then, this is kind of a weird thing, but you use a clump of, or a brick of, whatever this is called, Philadelphia cream cheese. So you just throw that in. And you don't even have to break it up or anything. You can just leave it right on top and it'll melt. And it smells so good. It smells like wine. And then I'm going to add a little bit of Worcestershire sauce. And I'm just going to, I don't know, give it 5 or 6 or 10 good little squirts of that. And then I don't have any fresh mushrooms. All I have is a can of mushrooms. So these are 4 ounces. I drained them. I'm just going to add them too. And I probably don't need to add it yet. I could probably wait and add it later. But honestly, I don't want to have to fool with it later. So I'll just add them now. It won't hurt anything. And that is it, my friends. I will put the lid on and we will wait about 8 hours. And then I will cook it with, well, not cook it with, I will make some extra wide egg noodles. This isn't usually the brand that I usually choose. I usually choose the ones that say no egg or something. I don't even remember what it's called. But they didn't have any at my Target, so I got those instead. I like to have some on hand. It's a staple just because they're good with just about anything. And that's it. I will turn this on for 8 hours and I'll show you what it's like. Thanks so much for watching. I'll be back. Just kidding. Ha ha ha. I forgot onion. Let's add some onion. I was putting stuff away and I noticed the onion. So I just added some frozen chopped onion. You don't have to add frozen. You can add fresh, whatever you have on hand. Now we're done. And I will be back. Sorry, I totally forgot to film the end of it. This is what it looked like, and it was delicious.